Welcome to 20 questions. Many thanks, wonderful members of the audience, wonderful members of the 20 questions community. 20 questions is a Parlour game. Sometimes you would have a panel of a threesome or a foursome or a twosome. It's a Parlour game. You have this panel trying to grope in the dark and trying to discover something that has been supplied by the mystery voice, and that they must do within the confines, within the limits, within the count of 20 questions. Such objects, I must quickly add, are known beforehand to me, the chairman, or to the mystery voice who supplies them, or why not, members of the audience who supply all the applause you hear on the program. My name is Michael Bush. The mystery voice on this edition of this program is Sam Ibom. We're quite grateful to us for our role. Let me turn my attention to the guys who really, really matter. And this time, the man who has made himself quite like a cult figure on the program is on it. Help me welcome ID James. ID James is a pastor, is also the general manager of UNIO 100.7 FM, a campus radio at the University of Uyo, our alma mater, and we would like to thank ID James for the fantastic work he's doing. ID James is not alone. He's the hit man, he's the leader of the team, but he comes here with Savior Ekpe. Savior Ekpe runs Newsfront newspapers. He's been doing that for many, many years, and in that time, and even beyond that time, he's friends with ID James. In fact, they are brothers because they come from the same local government area. There's also Chuku Agu. Chuku has quickly settled in ever since joining the rank of the big boys of 20 questions. He's the immediate past Director General of the 20 questions community. That is the umbrella body for fans of 20 questions. And I need to also say that he's a tutor at one of the prestigious colleges, South Nigeria, NCI, short for Nigeria Christian Institute. Together, we're set to fly away. Mystery Boys, object number 1.
Akwaima Forests. Akwaima Forests.
Underneath, vegetable mineral with strong human connection.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
It's good to have you, ID James, stage a big comeback on the program.
The last time I came here, I think I was not all white.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, is this one a place?
A place!
African place.
African place.
It's a Nigerian place.
A Nigerian place. 3 questions.
Let's come to a south.
A southern place. 4 questions.
Mr. Chairman, is it a man-made place?
Not a man-made place. 5 questions.
Mr. Chairman, let's come down to Akwa.
Okay. Is Akwa the only state you find in the deep south of Nigeria?
It's one of the major
Okay,
states.
great. 5 questions. So Akwa 6 questions.
Is that
an Akwa place?
Mr. Chairman, you have said it's not a man-made place, but let's be sure. Is it a natural place?
A natural place. 7 questions. By the standards of 20 questions, by the doings of 20 questions, even this answer about natural or not natural, man-made or not man-made, we gotta be careful. Because Shakespeare talked about, some things moving, that they were supposed to be natural stuff. You gotta be careful.
Mr. Chairman, let's look at the location of this object.
Okay.
Can we go to Akwa South?
Okay. 8 questions. Okay. I can only give you an okay answer.
Mr. Chairman,
8 questions, yes.
The way you're answering okay tends to suggest that this place situates beyond Akwa South.
Beautiful! Beautiful! 9 questions.
So building on that.
This place is ubiquitous in Akwa Ibom. Do you understand?
Okay.
It's not peculiar, that's what I mean to say, to Akwa Ibom South. By the way, when they say Akwa Ibom South, many people are always lost. Akwa Ibom South means Aka Senatorial District. Akwa Ibom Northeast is Uyo Senatorial District. And Akwa Ibom Northwest is Aka Etinan Senatorial District. But the real thing to say is Akwa Ibom South, Akwa Ibom Northeast, Akwa Ibom Northwest. So, 9 questions.
Mr. Chairman, let's go back a little. Is this place a geographic feature? Is this place a geographic feature?
I know you're a big boy in geography, you know. So I never look for your trouble when we're doing 20 questions in the area of geography. So whatever you ask me, I'm just going to say yes. And the audience, everyone has to pray that the answer is yes. Because, I mean, I don't want your trouble. Yes, it's a geographical feature. Whatever that means. Are you happy now? He holds a master's in geography, so anytime we are here together on that, I try to be on the safer side. 10 questions.
Mr. Chairman, how central is this place to Akwa Ibom?
That's a great question.
As a state.
It's not only central, it's fundamental. In fact, without this place, there will not be any Akwa Ibom. And without Akwa Ibom, there will not be this place. Please give me a round of applause. 11 questions, panelists. This place is huge. You may not respect it, but so much is there for Akwa Ibom.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, 11 questions.
Is this place a tourist attraction?
Which is why we're having this conversation. Which is why 20 questions is desperate to put this on the front burner of the state's discourse. I don't think we're discussing this place enough in Akwa Ibom. That is why, especially unwanted tourists, can make use of this place. The time has come for Akwa Ibom to rise and watch it. 12 questions. It's a tourist attraction if you make it tourist friendly.
Mr. Chairman.
12 questions. Yes.
Are you looking for an unintentional settlement?
Absolutely! Absolutely! 13 questions. An unintended settlement.
Unintended.
Yes, 13 questions. An unintended settlement.
A place occupied by...
create for unwanted tourists. Even unwanted guests or guests that don't mean well for you. 13 questions, panelists.
What did you have in mind?
Aha, you catch it now. You know, so much is happening and we take it for granted. Happens here, we say, oh, that's them. Happens there, we say, that's them. But the time has come, village heads, clan heads, village youth, paramount rulers, policemen, everybody, governor, commissioner, local government chairman, councillors, supervisors, House of Assembly members, lawmakers, wherever you are, you got to stand up. 20 questions is issuing this as a warning, and it's in the interest of all of us.
Occupants of this settlement,
Yes.
can we trace them, however, to the northern part of this country?
I said the place is everywhere. It's ubiquitous. You can find it here, you can find it there.
I understand.
I'm not going to use the program to point the finger. Do you understand? I'm not going to use the program. I'm never going to do that. I'm not going to call anyone's name. I'm just talking to our people because it's up to us to take ownership. It's up to us to defend our territory. It's not about who is doing this or not doing that. Because sometimes what I found out is that you can't even be pointing the finger at strangers, whereas it's your own people who are behind some of these things. 14 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, this place, does it pose any kind of security threat?
Yes, it does! Yes, it does! Yes, it does! And unfortunately, no one seems to be paying that much attention. 15 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, please, did this object come as one word?
Not one word. 15 questions, 16 now.
Did we say it was limited to Akwa Ibom South?
We didn't say that. I just said it's all over Akwa Ibom.
It's all over Akwa Ibom.
Yes. As a matter of fact, you have Akwa Ibom as part of the object. Right there.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes. 16 questions.
Our forests.
Yes. I don't like the way you come on this program. Because I know that you come from Itu, local government area. I don't know whether it's your relationship with me that has spanned perhaps nearly 3 decades. I don't know whether that is why you have some Rwandness that I don't like. You know, I don't like when you come on the program. 16 questions, ID James.
Mr. Chairman, answer
I'm
the
not looking
question.
for forests, really. So make progress. Look at something else.
The chairman, are we looking for...
Hold on. Why would you just allow him this guy like that?
No, there's
He has not
something...
said, let him complete
Mr.
what
Chairman, I didn't even ask a question and you already have discarded the question.
Because how can you just say forest? Where are you taking the forest from?
He did not
Just
even
came from
conclude.
nowhere.
He did not even conclude, Mr. Chairman.
No.
Mr. Chairman, you also need a virtue of patience on us.
Maybe, Mr. Chairman, you just want me to ask one more question before we go back to the forest.
I don't understand that. 16 questions, panelists. What forest? We can go to any forest. I'm not talking about forest. Aha, even the kid, the baby has told you we're not looking for forest. Yes. I like the way I shout them down. And even that they're in-house meeting, they're not going to come out with anything positive.
Security.
You'll be shocked.
Well, Chairman,
Mr. Chairman,
we are aware that kidnappings, threats to life,
Yes.
and
Banditries.
other insecurities across the country
Yes.
are perpetrated by persons who are very friendly with the forest.
Oh.
And very recently, we've heard that some persons have been kidnapped
Oh.
and also taken to the forest.
Oh. So what are you saying?
The head and tail is that one of the words you are looking for is forest.
One of the words.
Is that true or yes?
Yes, it is! 17 questions, panelists.
You had helped us establish
Yes.
that Akwa Ibom
Yes.
is a key word.
But I didn't tell you what state was there. I held it back.
So, Mr.
Yes.
Chairman,
Yes.
how many questions, by the way? 17. Yes. So, Mr. Chairman,
please don't rush. Don't rush.
we have established
Yes.
Akwa Ibom. We have established forest.
Yes.
Hold on. Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
did the mystery
Mystery
voice
Yes.
give us a 3-word
Mystery
vegetable
voice.
a 3-word vegetable mineral?
Mystery voice, what did you give us?
Akwa Ibom forests. Akwa Ibom forests.
Yes, it is!
So, Mr. Chairman,
18
together,
questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, together,
Slow
unity.
down. Remember,
Remember everything.
remember,
Remember
you
everything.
did not ask me about Akwa Ibom when I gave you
Is
Akwa
it
Ibom.
material?
Yes.
Is it material, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, because Akwa Ibom is no longer part of the picture.
We understand, but Mr. Chairman,
Okay,
we are looking for.
Mr. Chairman, there's a word called boomerang.
Okay.
That's
It
right.
has boomerang.
Yes.
So,
Mr. Chairman, you are looking for Akwa Ibom
Ibom
forests.
Yes, indeed.
Other boss.
This is, and I just like the deafening silence that has followed that applause, because it's very important for the authorities of our state at whatever level. Don't just wait for Governor Odumi Emmanuel, whether you are a local government chairman, a councillor, a village head, clan head, paramount ruler, please immediately do something about the forest, the Akwa Ibom forest within your jurisdiction. That's how to protect not only our today, but also our tomorrow. So they got that mystery voice straight at the 19th question. So I'm coming back to you, cap in hand, for object number 2. Mystery voice.
Akwa GIS. Akwa GIS.
Finally, bad news. Abstract.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ID James.
Bad news in the media is actually good news.
Very
I
good
know.
news.
Is it a noun?
A noun.
One word.
One word.
One word.
Is it a virtuous
The
noun?
way mystery voice gave it.
Is it a virtuous noun?
Virtuous noun. 3
Chairman.
questions,
Mr.
finally.
Chairman, are we looking for a compound word?
Not the way mystery voice gave it. 4 questions.
So, Mr. Chairman, is it a hyphenated word?
5 questions, no.
Is it a political word, Mr. Chairman?
Well, I was going to say yes, because everything in Nigeria is political, but not necessarily, not this one. 6 questions.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
is this virtue
Yes.
acquired?
Is this acquired? What does that mean? 7 questions.
No,
I thought
because
it's-
I know that
7 questions.
some persons, despite their education, could
Yes.
be limited in certain areas.
Absolutely. Yes. This is technologically driven. This is a very, you have to have a certain degree of, not just education, but savvy. You know, you have to really know. You have to really be up there to be able to drive this one. And that's why the man running it is an award winner, a global award winner who comes from Akwa Ibom State.
Chairman, it has something to do with industry.
Has something to do with industries and more. 8 questions.
Is your abstract know-how related?
Yes, it is! Yes, it is! This abstract is related to a certain degree of know-how. As a matter of fact, you must have, well, I was going to say the highest degree of know-how to be able to be with this abstract, to be able to, showcase this abstract. 9 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, let's go to aviation.
Aviation. Absolutely. Good place to go to. I follow you safely even though I don't like to fly. 9 questions, panelists.
Is it aviation related?
Yes, it is! Yes, it is! 10 questions. This is aviation related. This is also Mercedes-Benz related. That's something you would thank me
Mr.
for
Chairman.
later. 10 questions, yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
Mercedes-Benz in the Nigerian context has to do with road transportation.
absolutely.
So, is this something about the transportation sector?
IFA transcends the transportation sector. 11 questions. That's
Chairman-
something to do with the transportation sector. That's something to do with the non-transportation related sector.
Mr. Chairman,
11 questions.
Mr. Chairman, is Ibom one of the word?
No, I said it's just one word.
Okay, one word. Okay.
12 questions for wasting our time.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
let's look at safety.
Safety. Yes, let's look at it.
Is your word safety field?
Yeah, perhaps when it starts out, people might even grumble against it, but it's going to help government provide everything related to safety and more. 13 questions, panelists.
Are you
IBJ.
looking for a monitor?
Yes, we are! 14 questions. In some sense, we are looking for a monitor. 14 questions.
Are you looking for CCTV?
CCTV. I'm looking for CCTV, but I'm not looking for CCTV. 15 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, if you say one word,
One word.
we had a problem with that one word.
Yes.
We talked about hyphenation, we talked about...
No affirmation.
No, yes, this one word, is it a word that has acronyms attached to it?
Yes, this is an acronym.
This is an acronym.
Put your hands together for him.
Mr. Chairman,
16 questions.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Are we looking for a system that gathers information about attributes? That's how we call it in geography. It may not be exactly what you have in mind.
Thank you.
We,
We get it. We get it. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, are we looking for a system that gathers information about, let's put it straight the way it is by the state government, land, buildings, and all properties within Akwa Ibom State?
Well, you know what I would have done if you had not brought us down by talking about attributes and saying that we will not understand it.
I didn't say you don't understand.
No, but if you had just asked your question, everybody will be standing and giving you a round of applause and giving you a standing ovation. But because you looked at the chairman so well and say, well, in geography, we call it attributes. But you know, you are chairman. You have tried, but you are not educated enough. Is it not what he was saying? That's what he was saying. Let me answer it now. Get it. Let me see.
Mr. Chairman,
17 questions.
are you
Yes.
looking for Akwa
GIS. What is that? What is it about?
Akwa Ibom
Akwa Ibom
Geographical
Geographic Information System.
Okay, it's about what? Can't just come here and intimidate us with attributes.
Mr.
No,
Chairman,
Mr. Chairman,
understand what
since we have more questions to ask,
Yes.
just say this is what you are looking for.
No, I'm
then
not.
we can educate
No,
you.
I'm not looking for it. But no, I'm not looking. No, seriously, I'm not looking for it. But if you say Akwa GIS, and I'm asking you, yes, you are geography majors. Break it down for us. What
Okay,
does-
Mr. Chairman, can we give you what the mystery voice gave first?
Yes.
Then next edition, you can now put
No, maybe. No, maybe. Mr.
you
Chairman,
understand?
Yes.
Since 20 question is also out there to teach.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can use this platform to
Absolutely.
say a thing or two about Akwa
Yes.
GIS.
Akwa
Egypt and
Ibom
that's it.
Geography and Information System.
Geographic Information System.
Yes.
Actually,
Aqua GIS.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
actually what
Just
GIS
put
does,
it the way you want.
what GIS
I
does,
know that Dr. Frank Udoipeyon is currently in the UK as we do this. He's a consultant to Akwa Ibom State Government on Akwa GIS. When he gets to hear or watch what all of you are saying, we'll just be wondering where you all come from because, I mean, you are too far away from what we are looking for. Yes, but Mr. Jonas,
Mr. Chairman, GIS is a system that collates data.
Mr. Chairman
about-
understands.
No,
it's
maybe
not
this is
me.
for
It's
this is
for
not
the
about the
chairman.
chairman. It's about
yes.
information. Collates
But this
data about.
information will be useful if that is what the mystery voice did.
So let the chairman tell
because
us.
it's true.
It is true.
It's true. You can give all of this information
It's
and
not
then it
useful.
becomes useless
It's
at
not
the end.
useful.
So,
I have
Mr.
learned
Chairman,
I have learned to know that when the
let's
chairman says
establish
no,
first.
I have learned to know when the chairman
It's
says no,
always
it's a
yes.
yes.
Because
really?
because Egypt
He has no.
and
I
accident.
cannot forget
That's
Facebook.
not
but
my
let
mind.
him
I
say
cannot
yes.
forget
Let him
Facebook.
say yes.
I can't
that
forget
this
Egypt.
is what the mystery voice gave.
Gave.
We can now look
Okay.
for an expert.
Thank you, gentlemen. Enough for one day. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
We've been looking for Akwa GIS. Thank you. Mr. Voice, on that rapturous applause note, I invite you for the last time on this edition of the program. Mystery Voice, object number 3.
Golden boy. Golden boy.
Panelist! Easy cake. Animal. I know at least one person in the audience who will not like this object. Imabong Akpan. Come on and join. Let's do it.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, the way you are sounding, it seems you are quite golden this afternoon.
Wow, golden. With this kind of hair. Is that your first question?
Is your animal human, Mr. Chairman?
How many things are you asking me?
We'll start from the start.
You mentioned golden first, so I count that.
But you didn't say whether it is yes or yes.
How can I answer that? Well, you didn't even establish whether it's human.
So we had to go back to establish first.
What did you ask now?
Is it a human?
Human!
Mr. Chairman, male.
Male! 3 questions.
Akwa Ibom male.
Not peculiar to Akwa Ibom, surely. 4 questions, but Akwa Ibom can also have that trademark, that copyright. You understand? 4 questions, yes.
So, Mr. Chairman, we are looking for a title.
A title! 5 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, is this title a title generated in the wave of the political movement?
Yes, it is! 6 questions. The title can even come from hate speech. 6 questions, panelists.
Hate speech?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, you sorry to mention her name, that you mentioned Imabong.
Yes.
And when we hear Imabong, we know what we hear.
Yes.
We don't hear that name, we hear the other thing.
Absolutely.
The other party.
Okay.
And that immediately tells us in 20 questions, we like to go to the opposite.
How can you do that to my sister? So anytime you hear a name, okay, when you hear ID James's name, what party comes to your mind?
No, when we hear ID James, we hear unusual Christianity.
Unusual Christianity.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Unusual Christianity.
Wow.
Yes, that's what we hear.
What
Okay,
about
no. Excuse me. Savior Ekwe, I am the chairman of 20 questions. I'm the only one who can ask certain questions and I want certain answers. For now, because I want this program to end peacefully, I am not going to ask that other question. Yes, back to you, gentlemen.
Mr. Chairman,
6 questions.
Titles can come in the process. Someone tries to ridicule you, and before you know it, you change it to something to celebrate.
Wow.
And let's say that this particular title is
Is this someone sent technical advisor of the program and technical supervisor? Thank you. Yes. Yes. I'm just doing my end credits.
before the end of the program.
Yes, I'm trying to round off so that by the time we land, Nelson Victor, thank you.
That's very rare.
Douglas, thank you. Godwin James, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, let's ask a straight question.
Answer Willie, thank you. Ikem Nakalu, I've not mentioned your name, thank you. You're just so much, yes.
Mr. Chairman, let's ask a straight question.
No, let him learn. He has not asked that question.
No, the chairman knows what he's trying to avoid.
Lighting, thank you.
He knows what he's trying to avoid. Mr. Chairman,
yes.
The Bible says, out of the mouth of babes. Let's end that one there. Did this name come out of the mouth of a woman?
8 questions, this title. You know, do you know why I don't like the panel? I don't like the panelists of 20 questions. Once they corner you as chairman and put you in a corner, oh no. Here's the question they're asking me. Okay, so what am I supposed to answer?
Yes,
it came out of the mouth of a woman. 8 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, look at me very well.
And the woman comes from Baredim. Yes.
Look at me very well.
Yes, I am. Are you?
Do I have any striking semblance of this?
Oh, God. God, when? 9 questions. And to imagine that is still very far away from 20. So I'm imagining. See what I'm going through.
Mr. Chairman,
please.
Do we deserve any applause?
Which applause? I'm not giving it. 9 questions, panelists.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, this title is peculiar to the PDP.
Yeah.
Yes, it is! 10 questions.
Mr. Chairman, if we go to Nsirubio,
Yes.
can we find this title in that?
Yes, we can. 11
Chairman.
questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman,
We
is
are
this
pastors
title-
here.
is
We are
this-
pastors here.
Yes.
Can a pastor answer this?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman,
12 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, let's learn a lesson from this.
Wait,
Yes.
hold on.
No, let's learn a lesson from
Yes.
this.
Wait, now
Let's learn a lesson
Can
from
we just
this.
listen? Yes.
Let's learn a lesson from this.
Yes.
He talked about people trying to ridicule you.
Yes.
And you make it positive.
Absolutely.
I remember when Donald Trump was campaigning, some of his followers
Again.
were called deplorables.
Yes.
And they made that name Adorable Deplorable. So now, this title, can Akwa Ibom draw a lesson from it? That you can golden the insult.
Yes, you can. Akwa Ibom can. 13 questions, panelists. Good news is saying thank you. You're the Secretary Department of Social Sciences. Mr. Sumta Abiaka, thank you. Edidion Samuel, President NCI 20 Questions Club, thank you. Of course, Dikinusen Udo, MD Legacy Group, and Mr. and Mrs. Ekwere Jr., not forgetting Mr. Fonke Iborete.
Mr. Chairman,
Thank you for coming on this edition
Mr.
of the
Chairman,
program.
if
Yes.
I'm to abbreviate that, what the mystery voice gave,
Yes.
I will say GB.
GB.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Yeah, it's so far.
There is another edition.
There is no.
I feel
20
good.
questions will happen again. Okay, so GB for them.
Okay,
Mr.
For
Chairman,
two questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chairman, how golden is this book?
Okay.
our silence.
15 questions, panelists. I hope all of this enjoyment you've been having on my head. You don't, for a split second, for a nanosecond, think that I'm looking for golden boy. Because I'm not looking for golden boy.
Mr. Chairman, we understand. We understand. We understand.
I am not looking for golden boy. The one.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chairman,
Okay.
hold on. Are you looking for the golden boy?
16 questions now. I told you.
No, did he say 2 words? He said 2 words.
No, I didn't say 2 words.
said
I
two
couldn't
words.
have said 2 words.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chairman, we
Mr.
established-
Chairman,
How many questions, Mr. Chairman?
You have asked 17 questions. In fact,
Are you looking for 2 words?
No, I'm not looking for 2 words.
But he said 2 words before. He said 2
we
words.
are established that before.
He said 2 words.
Mr. Chairman, I'm told you already had established that you are looking for 2 words.
I changed my mind now.
And you
stay
told
on
us
golden
we
boy.
stay on golden boy.
golden boy.
Yes.
Of
Last
course.
answer.
Ah.
Final
Mr. Chairman,
answer.
go
We'll be looking for
anywhere.
golden boy. Sammy Bok, Mystery Voice, many thanks. Executive producer, consultee. Thomas Etuk, who is also the consultant on the project. We thank you a great deal. Everyone who helped in a way or two to make this edition of the program wonderful. We also would like to thank you. ID James, thank you. Xavier Ekwe, thank you. And of course, Chupu Agu, thank you. On your behalf, this is Michael Bush, the chairman, saying goodbye. Thank you. God bless you.
That's one.